All right, everyone, that's it. That's just it. I quit. I'm not doing this anymore. I quit my attachment to old, outdated beliefs that no longer match my current worldview. I quit ideologies and perspectives that don't serve me anymore. I quit all of my attachment to outcomes that are not exactly what I want and expect. I give up. I just plain give up my patterns of behavior, my coping techniques, my passive aggressiveness, my codependency, and my enabling behaviors that used to work for me in the past when I was in a different set of circumstances. I just give all of this up. I'm not doing it anymore. I just give up. All right, so hi. If you don't know me, my name's KuanYin. I'm here uploading for you guys 3 times a week. Mondays, I tap into my intuition and pull a few cards to see what message wants to make itself known to you. And on Wednesdays, I go more into depth on a topic of my choice. And Fridays, I try to keep it fun and uplifting with a fun Friday video. So if you like any of this, please like this video. Please subscribe down below. And hitting that notification bell helps you out to know when I'm doing my uploads. All of that. And give me a comment down below what you think of this video. I would love to hear your opinions or video ideas for the future. And so what is this video about? What's it about? Well, that's it. I'm quitting. I'm just quitting. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to keep doing the old things that no longer serve my highest and best good, that no longer work for me. You know that they say that the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same things over and over and over again. And I'm just not doing it anymore. Call me insane, but I'm actually coming to my sanity by giving up all those things that no longer serve my highest and best good. So what kind of things am I giving up? Well, in the past, every single one of us have been programmed from birth to believe certain things, do things in certain ways, hold certain ideologies and beliefs. Money doesn't grow on trees. The only way I'm going to get ahead in life is to work really hard, and then even when I do that, someone is going to come along and knock me right back down to the bottom again. The only people who truly are successful are rich people who are born with silver spoons in their mouth. Rich people don't have the same morals as us hardworking people. It's us versus them. Not only us versus the rich people who hoard all the money for themselves, but also us versus the poor people who refuse to get up off their bums and actually make a living. So these are some examples of some old belief systems that I used to have that I no longer hold anymore. And there's other things too, patterns of behavior. Because I believed in these things, I held a 9-to-5 job that really sucked the life right out of me. And I didn't think that I'd be able to do something more productive in my life and make a better influence in the world. I didn't think I'd be able to do something that could earn me more money and give me a better life. Just simply didn't think I was able to do that because of my old belief system. And then one day I woke up and I changed all that by coming up with a 5-year plan and completely transformed my belief system. I told myself, why not? Why can't I do all these things? I see other people doing things. I see people I used to relate with buying nice cars, buying their first home. And I'm like, why can't I afford these things? Why can't I do this too? And so I completely transformed my life, completing that 5-year plan in 3. I became a nurse and I tripled my income in a single year. I tripled my income in a single year simply by changing my old outdated belief system, by quitting the old outdated modes of behavior, the old outdated belief system that held me back for way too long. And that's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm quitting again. I'm letting go of everything that no longer serves my highest and best good and the highest and best good of all. So why do we have these old beliefs? Well, it's what we were taught. It may have been something we grew up with. We may have had parents and relatives, friends we hung out with, the same people every day that did the same types of things, having the same types of beliefs, and that was ingrained into us. It became part of our identity. Now, when we identify with something that isn't truly us, that can be hard to give up and let go of, but it becomes even more important to let it go because those beliefs are not you. Those beliefs come from outside of you. So recognizing that this is not who I truly am at my core. Who I am at my core is strong and powerful, harmonious, loving, compassionate, happy, prosperous. I am all these things. I am an all-encompassing being. I am limitless. I am completely limitless. And so are you. When we are born, we're all born into the same little package. What makes one into a Bill Gates and the other into a homeless man on the street? It's our beliefs, our outdated modes of beliefs, and our patterns of behavior that stem from those beliefs. We all have the chance to change that. So we all have the chance to change our outmoded beliefs and patterns of behavior, whatever age you are. You can start brand new. I became a nurse in my late 40s, and it completely transformed my life. Another reason we're this way is because we are doing things that typically have worked for us in the past. Perhaps we've, in the past, been in a relationship where it worked to be an enabler, to help keep us safe. Perhaps we were, in the past, were codependent, which helped keep our families safe, gave us a nice, secure feeling. And to be passive-aggressive. And we no longer want that style of relationship where those types of behaviors work for us. So we discover that our passive-aggressiveness and our codependency actually undermines our self-esteem and harms our relationships in the long run. We discover that these old ways of doing things cause us not to be valued and hold us back from growth, from prosperity and abundance. Our codependency holds us back. Our enabling behaviors cause us a lot more pain. We're finding that these things that used to work for us and have helped us get through things in life no longer work. So how do we change it? So first I want to say that I don't beat myself up for who I was in the past and the behaviors I had in the past. Those worked for me. I did the best I could at that time with the tools I had, with the knowledge I had, with the circumstances I had, with the belief system I had. At that time, I did the best I could. Blame is not a part of the equation in any way, shape, or form. But what I do have for you, how can we change this? I have for you a 3-step process that we can do to change our belief system and therefore change our patterns of behavior. So, number 1, first thing we need to do is take out the emotional charge. So let's work on one thing and do these steps together. So let's say, money doesn't grow on trees. I have to work hard, and even if I'm working hard, someone's going to come along and knock me right back down again. I've had to work hard all my life. I've struggled all my life, and that's just the way it's always going to be. That's got a lot of emotional charge to it, and I was exactly in this spot a decade ago. How did I change it? Let's take all the emotional charge out of that. That's easier said than done. Now, how do I do that? By sitting and observing all of it. I become the independent observer, and I don't judge and I don't label. I sit with those emotions and I list out those beliefs and I examine them from a place of neutrality. The independent observer doesn't judge or label. I allow the feelings, as I look through this list of beliefs, I allow those feelings that arise to come through, and I just sit with them. Again, not judging them, just sitting and allowing those feelings to come up. Our emotions and behaviors are not who we are at our core. Knowing that the process of allowing it allows it to come up to be processed out. So 10 years ago, these beliefs, these emotions were something that I've shoved down in. And so they stayed, they stuck there. And now, 10 years later, I've got this little ball, this little mass of energy within me because I never fully processed them. So allowing those feelings from 10 years ago to come up, being so old, it can take time, it can take a lot of doing, but eventually, with practice, they can be released. And it gets easier over time as you do this more often because those emotions that you have shoved down, as you keep doing this, won't be as old, won't be as ingrained, won't be as embedded within. And so keeping this process up and redoing it over and over again will help clear all those emotions out. And knowing that our emotions and behaviors are not who we are at our core. We are not despair, we are not anger, we are not shame. We have these emotions, but there's something that we're simply holding on to that we could let go if we just let go. We have these emotions come through us knowing they are temporary and are not us. They are an energy that comes in and works through us, but when we fight against it, that's when they decide to come and stay with us. So that's step number 1, taking out the emotional charge by allowing those emotions to come up and be released. Step number 2 is to make a decision, okay? So I've got my beliefs all listed out, and I make a decision that I'm not going to believe that anymore. I'm going to make my own list. I believe that everyone can be prosperous. I believe that we live in a friendly universe. I believe that there is more than enough abundance in this universe. I believe that it's not evil to be rich. I believe that to be rich allows us the opportunity to do much more good in this world than if we were poor. I believe that people are inherently good. People make poor decisions, and that goes across the board, rich, poor, in between. People make bad decisions, but at their core, people are generally good. People all want the same thing. They want to be happy and not to suffer. And because of their belief patterns, that may look differently to you. Everyone at their core is the same in wanting to avoid pain and experience pleasure. We all just have different ideas of what that looks like. I believe I can earn a good living doing my work with integrity, providing value to the world, being prosperous while I do so. I choose to believe that there is more than enough to go around for everyone. There is more than enough in this universe to fill everyone's needs and wants. I'm making the decision to change my belief system. I no longer believe in a poverty mindset. I am putting myself into a prosperity and a growth mindset. So step number 1, take out the emotional charge by processing through those emotions. Step number 2, make a decision. Step number 3, trust the process. And remember, it's a spiral. It's not a straight line. Okay, you will have to go through these steps several times to work out these issues, especially if they're old issues that have been with you for quite a while. Trust that it's always going to work out. If you do the work, it will work. If you trust that you are sitting there with your emotions, allowing the emotions to come up, you can trust in the process that those emotions will not stay and will process out, and they will be released. Trust that if you fight against your emotions, you're shoving them down inside and they're going to bubble up, perhaps 5 years from now, an explosion of anger that you don't know where it came from. That's been my experience with my emotions that I have shoved down in the past. So trusting the process and making that decision on a daily basis. You can take a sticky note and put it on your bathroom mirror. You can perhaps journal out listing your new beliefs every day. Or you can read your list of new beliefs every day and write out some action steps you can do to help cement those beliefs. So today, because I no longer want to believe that I have to work hard and I'm stuck in this 9-to-5 job that's sucking my soul out, I'm still going to go to work and do my work with integrity and be the best person I can be at work in this job. But meanwhile, I will polish up my resume, and I will look forward to that time when I have a better job offer. So listing out action steps you can do that help move you toward the goal of that new belief system. And you know what? Sometimes I still don't feel like I'm enough. I still have my issues I need to work through. So I quit. Again, I'm going to quit micromanaging my messages. I'm going to quit judging the message that wants to come through. I'm going to quit holding on to my perfectionism that gets me to stop this video and restart it multiple times, getting angry with myself and all of that. I am quitting the attachment of the outcome of wanting all my videos to be perfect, of getting a lot of likes and a lot of view hours. I quit holding on to my patterns of behavior and coping techniques of stopping the video and restarting it all the time and getting angry at myself when it doesn't turn out right. Holding on to my belief that my message is inferior. That's a big one. I quit holding on to the belief that my messages are not important. I quit holding on to my beliefs that they're not getting through. I quit holding on to my beliefs that these messages are not reaching those that they're meant to reach, and I completely and fully decide to believe that these messages reach each and every single person that they're meant to reach. Part of the way that happens is when you like and comment and subscribe and engage with me. Perhaps we could start a conversation in the comments section, because that way YouTube notices activity and pushes that video out a little bit more. So perhaps it might reach someone who needs it that it may not have before. And at the same time, I am making the decision to let go of feelings of shame and feeling inferior, feelings of being judged for some of the content on these videos or for asking for the likes. And I trust the process, trust that these videos will reach whoever they're meant to reach. I do my work and then I let go of the outcome. I might get 2 views, I might get 20, I might get 2,000 someday. And that would be awesome sauce. That would be gravy on top. But I do these videos to reach those 2 people who view my video, if that's the number of views that it gets. And it is not my business who needs to hear this. If only 2 people benefit, then 2 people have benefited. And I am happy with that. I am grateful that it is benefiting someone. I trust the process that what I am creating is exactly what is needed. So with all that being said, I thank you guys so very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please remember to subscribe. All the asks. And please have an amazing and wonderful day. Find a limiting belief that is holding you back, and I ask that you work through that limiting belief and transform it and watch it as it transforms your life into something amazing and wonderful. I love you guys all so very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Namaste.